pretty interesting. I never heard of it before. He says on the 100% spectrum of success, 60% of your success is based upon the market that you are in. 30% is based upon the offer that you are doing. And 10% is based on the message that you are using. For context, my offer is 30 customer opportunities guaranteed. My message is, I don't even remember. But the biggest challenge for me has been this market. And that's what he was kind of like instilling to me. And this solves and clues in with a lot of challenges. Like you can't. Let me go ahead and fix that. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can still hear me. And this 60, 30, 10 way of thinking and organizing my thoughts really clued in on why I was having such a challenge with carpet cleaning clients now. And I think it's the same way with you. And this is what my plan is to change the market and to kind of like instill this lesson. I'm going to be describing a scenario, and this is like pretty interactive. And I'd like everybody here to go ahead and get their keyboard typing ready, because this is going to be a clue and help you understand your thoughts and why there's frustration behind your not working out or you're hitting a poor man's market. My question for everybody here is, let me go ahead and grab this image real fast. 17 magazine. I'm just Googling the image right here. So there's a magazine called 17. Literally, it's called 17. It's targeted towards, let's just say, girls in general. Magazine is called 17. And I have a question for you, everybody here. Who reads the magazine 17? Who reads it? Is it 17-year-olds? Is it 18-year-olds? Or is it 16-year-olds? Who reads the magazine 17? Give me a 1 in the chat if you think 18-year-olds read it. Give me a 1 in the chat if you think 17-year-olds read it. And give me a 1 in the chat if you think 16-year-olds read it. Just let me know in the chat. Is it an 18-year-old? Is it a 17-year-old or 16-year-old? And this is vitally important to understand the 60, 30, 10 rule. This is vitally important to understand why ads work and why they don't, and vitally important to understand if you're hitting or advertising to a poor man's market. So who reads the magazine 17? Type 1 in the chat if it's 18-year-olds, type 2 if it's 17-year-olds, 3 if it's 16-year-olds. And so we've got some answers coming in really fast. Michael McGreevy says 15-year-olds. Great. We've got people saying 17-year-olds, people saying 18-year-olds, people saying 16-year-olds. The end result to the question of who reads the magazine 17, no 18-year-old would be caught dead reading this magazine. No way. Not going to happen. No 17-year-old would be interested in reading this magazine. The only people reading the magazine 17 are 16-year-olds. This magazine specifically is geared toward not 17-year-olds, but 16-year-olds, which is kind of interesting because to somebody just looking at this, of course, it's for 17-year-olds. It's not. This is specifically designed for 16-year-olds. We have a magazine, 17. It doesn't appeal to 17-year-olds. In fact, it really only appeals to people who want to go from where they are to where they want to be. They're effectively 16-year-olds. That's it. And I mean, I went through like $200,000 of MBA training and 4 years in Fortune 50 to draw on this stupid chart. But you know what I mean, right? Like the only people really interested in the 17-year-old in the magazine 17 are 16-year-olds. Okay. Let's do another example. There's a magazine called Better Homes and Gardens. Let me go ahead and bring this up right here. We're going to run through the same exercise. Here's the magazine Better Homes and Gardens. Who reads the magazine Better Homes? Is it people with better homes or people who have homes they wish were better? Give me a 1 in the chat if you think the people who read Better Homes and Gardens are people with better homes, or give me a 1 in the chat if you think the people that read Better Homes and Gardens are people who wish their homes were better. And 1 in the chat if Better Homes and Gardens appeals to people with better homes, or give me a 2 in the chat if it appeals to people who wish they had better homes. And I'll tell you what, the people that read Better Home and Gardens are not the millionaires. They're not people paying for restoration hardware. They're not people employing designers and interior decorators. The people that read Better Homes and Gardens aren't the millionaires with restoration hardware and interior decorators. They are probably people that shop at Target. Yeah, that's it. You're probably seeing a pattern here, but this one's a doozy. This one is going to hit you right in the guts. Look at this one right here. Who here is familiar with Fast Company magazine? I think everybody here is. What about this company right here? What about the Inc. 500? Right? What about this company right here? Fast Company, Forbes, Inc. 500. So let me ask you this. Who reads these magazines? Are they double-digit millionaire business owners or people that wish they were double-digit millionaire business owners? And I know that there's going to be some exceptions to this rule, but just think in general stereotypes. Like, you can even put yourself in this bucket. Like, the people that talk about Inc. 500 and Forbes and Fast Company, are they stereotypically the multi-millionaires and billionaires? Are they people that wish they were millionaires and billionaires? Give me 1 in the chat if you think Fast Company, Inc. 500, and Forbes is actually read and attracting of double-digit billionaires or millionaires, or people that wish. And chances are, by the way, given this pattern of like people who read 17 are really 16, people who read Better Homes and Gardens wish they had Better Home and Garden, or people that read Fast Company, well, it's probably this right here. And as it turns out, ladies and gents, I'm doing the same darn thing with my ads on Facebook. Right now, my ad, I'll put my client and getting Facebook ad, is literally attracting these second tier people. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to put down who reads these ads Is it carpet cleaners that spend money on marketing, or carpet cleaners that wish they could? I am on the phone 3 or 4 times a day with people that see my ad and wish they could afford marketing. My market and my tagline to get people interested in paying me money is you want 5 to 10 more carpet cleaning clients a week. This is my Facebook ad right here. Do you think that carpet cleaners that spend money on marketing are hoping for 5 to 10 more carpet cleaning clients a week? Or do you think it's carpet cleaners that wish they could afford marketing to get 5 to 10 more carpet cleaning clients a week? I'll tell you what, ladies and gents, it's right here. So I am making the same incorrect assumption here, 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 and here. Right now, my ad is putting me in a poor man's market. Now, let's think about it like this. Let's change up the script real fast. Let's do this. Let's say I was going to create a magazine specifically designed to attract 18-year-olds in the same spirit of the magazine 17. What would I put on the cover? Would I put 18? Or would I put 19? If I wanted to attract 18-year-olds using my magazine, would I put 18 where they are now and make this same mistake? Or should I really put 19? And you're not going to put 19, but just kind of go with it. I mean, for this exercise, of course, you're going to put 19. You're going to put where those people want to go, not where they are. So if I wanted to attract 18, I would talk about 19. And chances are, by the way, if I wanted to attract people that were 18 years old, I would probably talk about college, first jobs, and internships. That would attract the 18-year-olds, not a magazine that says 18. I would put where they want to go. If I wanted to attract the people who have better homes, I would talk about something different. If I want to attract double-digit millionaires, I would talk about something different. So in my Facebook ad, I'm going to talk about something different. Let's say I was going to create a Facebook ad that attracted carpet cleaners that spend money on marketing. Would I say want 5 to 10 more carpet cleaning clients? Here we go. Or would I say where they want to go? Or to change it up a bit, talk about their pain and problems. I would not mention 5 to 10 more carpet cleaning clients as a poor man's market. That's like talking about stuff for 17. I don't want people who are 17. I want people who are 18. So I'm going to be talking about college and internships and first jobs and moving and rent and stuff like that. So I have to figure out what's effectively, AKA, the tribal language of my dream clients, and figure out what problems they are having and how they describe it. And what's crazy, by the way, is this is something I talk about with my clients all the time, but I made the same mistake of not taking my own medicine or something like that. I'm not sure of the right term. Let me go ahead and take a note real fast. Hold on. 12:32. So I'm going to, in front of everybody right here, ballpark a couple ideas that should ideally, hopefully, be one step up and talk about their problems so that they're in such pain that they're like, of course, I want to pay you money. The same way Mark talked about up here, the pain of up here, not down here, but up here, the same way 17 Better Homes and Fast Company. So with my new carpet cleaning client ads, I will not be talking about get 5 to 10 more carpet cleaning clients. Instead, I'll be talking about just hired another technician and can't find them work. That's easy. I'm only talking to people who have hired a technician and cannot find them work. Got a truck sitting idle. Just fired another marketing agency. These are the type of things that my clients who are up here have problems with. I cannot properly service somebody who only wants 5 to 10 more carpet cleaning clients, but I can properly service someone who's hired a technician and cannot find them work. I cannot service somebody who has no truck. There's no margin. They've never spent money on ads. It ain't going to happen. But I can service somebody who has a truck and it's just sitting idle. I can service somebody who just fired another marketing agency. I can service somebody who just got a carpet cleaning franchise, but can't get jobs. This is who I can service. We were talking about the problems up here, not the problems down here. The biggest mistake I made was just my blind spot of just thinking, of course, 17 makes sense. It's going to be 17-year-olds. Of course, Better Homes and Gardens is going to talk to people who have better homes. Of course, Inc. 500 is talking to people who have a Inc. 500 business, but it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. And I paid a very hefty mistake for it. I got yelled at by my sales manager for like totally ignoring one of the tenets of business. I've paid Facebook ads way too much money. I've made promises to people that I can't keep because I made the number one mistake right here. And this applies to almost every single business. Like if you are a pest control Facebook ads agency, you probably aren't having the correct lead quality with a Facebook ad that says, can I give you 2 to 3 more pest control jobs? It ain't going to happen. But the pest control companies that pay money for marketing are probably ones that are paying for AdWords. And you could literally say like, still spending thousands of dollars a month on AdWords? Great. I can probably get you more jobs for the same bang for the buck. If you are a chiropractor Facebook ad agency running around town, running an ad on the internet that says, hey, can I get you 5 or 6 more carpet cleaning or chiropractor patients? You probably should say under capacity and having trouble meeting payroll. No, that's probably not going to work. But you know what I mean? I haven't done like chiropractor. Like going through this exercise will probably like give you some ideas. And this is like the biggest takeaway I had from my 3-day or 2.5-day sales retreat with my sales manager. The 60-30-10 rule. 60% of your success with your business is based upon the market you're in. 30% is based upon your offer, and 10% is based upon your message. And you can have a bomb-ass offer that's absolutely amazing, 30 customer opportunities guaranteed, wallet out campaign, gonna absolutely love it. And if you're talking to a poor man's market, like I was, it ain't gonna work. But you can have the same offer and the same message and switch your ad just a little bit, your outward communication slightly differently. And all of a sudden, you're talking to a whole new tier of people. Mark Levine actually reinforced this lesson to me, I think like 4 months ago, but I didn't realize the impact and importance of it. His ads and his communications and his messaging is exclusively only to franchises that have more than 10 locations. That's it. So think of the problem that franchises with 10 locations have. Like, need consistent, steady, and predictable clients to keep your franchisees happy is entirely different than saying, can I get you 4 or 5 more personal training gym leads, right? Like it's entirely different. And this blew my mind. And it clues into why people in the inner circle, why some people are being massively successful and others aren't. Like I can't run my, I can't get new bike shop clients because the vast majority of bike shops are massively poor. It's a family business and they have one location. They're struggling to pay rent. So I cannot advertise to them. It's a poor man's market. But I can go to a high-end bike shop saying, did you want to sell another Argon 18 this month? That's a $10,000 bike. I think the takeaway for everybody here is that when you get your prospecting engine up and running and you're doing outbounds, if you are, let me go ahead and write this down. This lesson only applies to people who have their prospecting engine up and running and are going through the steps. You don't know if you're in a poor man's market until the end of this. You have to. This lesson only applies to people who have their sales engine up and running. Let's do this. Where did it go? Come on, make it pretty. Here we go. So this lesson really only applies to people who have their sales engine up and running. You're going to have to go through the onboarding process. You're going to have to go through the pitch, and you're going to have to go for the close. Your onboarding process, you need to have 5, 10, 15 onboardings. You need to have 5, 10, 15 pitches and 5, 10, 15 top-down closes. And once you discover that nobody is paying you money, you are probably in a poor man's market. And your outbound messaging is probably hitting a poor man's market right here. And the easiest way to have massively success is simply to change your market. Go from, as an extreme example, from restaurants to plastic surgeons. You can charge plastic surgeons $2,000 a month, no problem, because they charge $2,000 per job. They just need one they pay for you 10 times over. But a restaurant, slim margins, they need 100 customer opportunities a month. They need to know how to do it themselves. They got no money. It's a bad market. And you could argue that maybe restaurants divides into tiers, like you're going to have the small mom and pops. You got to appeal to franchises, I get. But as an example, you have to change your market. You can do that very, very easily and very, very quickly by following the lesson right here. 17 only appeals to 16-year-olds. Better Homes and Gardens only appeals to people who wish they had better homes. And Fast Company only appeals to people who don't have a multi-million-dollar business. So guess what? If you're doing all of this and you're having no success, you're probably accidentally in a poor man's market. And all you have to do is not make the same mistake I did and appeal to those people. Stop using their language. And you probably don't know the language of higher tier people, but I'll tell you what. Let me write this down. How do I know the rich man market language? AKA, I'll just remove man, the rich market language. AKA, what's my, do you have a technician sitting idle? The weirdest part about all this is all you have to do, pick up the phone and ask. That's it. You can literally call your dream clients and say, hey, my name is Jeff Miller. I'm running a research project for a school program. My biggest question for you right now is who would I talk to ask them their number one problem running their business? And only ask that question to top tier people. And then you'll discover right here, the reason why I know that they hired a technician and can't find him work, that they got a truck and sitting idle and fired another agency, and they just got a franchise but can't get jobs, is because I asked carpet cleaners who have 5 or 6 trucks. This is it right here. Their biggest challenge is they get another technician and can't find him work, that they've got 3 trucks in the driveway sitting idle, that they just fired another marketing agency. These are rich market problems, not poor market problems. And the biggest lesson from everybody here is transitioning from this. Do you want 5 to 10 more carpet cleaning clients? Or do you want your truck sitting idle? That is the biggest aha moment ever. I've been using poor market language in my ads, and I need to be using rich market language in my ads. So later this week, I'm going to be turning off all my carpet cleaning clients' ads because they appeal specifically to a poor person's market. And instead, I'm going to rework them. And it's probably just 3 or 4 lines saying, hey, carpet cleaners, they just hired a technician, can't find him work. I'm literally only talking to people who just hired a technician. I'm going to say, hey, carpet cleaners, got a truck sitting idle? If they have a truck, they're capable of spending money on marketing. Hey, carpet cleaners, just fired another agency? That's what's going to happen. So instead of carpet cleaners, you want 5 to 10 more clients? I'm going to be appealing to people that are willing to spend $60,000 a year on a technician. And if you're spending $60,000 a year on a technician, what's an extra $5,000 a year on marketing? This makes sense? This is the biggest, most interesting realization that I've kind of just forgot about. That's just part of being human. So I hope this makes a lot of sense for everybody. And I hope this really puts you in a position where you feel like strong and empowered and you know what to do. Again, you don't know if you're in a poor man's market until after the fact, unless you've gone through this whole thing. It's kind of like dating. You know, you only realize if like you don't like a certain person after you start dating them, not before. You can tell, right? I think this is massively powerful. Just start using the rich market language. And all you have to do is literally call them and say what I said, and they'll tell you. Start dropping that in the ad, you're going to be winning time and time and time again.